What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Through Me, and today, back with another episode of Proven Farming Methods, this time farming up my Town Hall 12 with Queen Walk Mass Miner Attack. This strategy has been unbelievable, probably my favorite farming method, and it can be used at Town Halls 10, 11, and 12. Let's jump into it and get the details. So as I said, guys, the strategy has been doing so well for me, and as you guys can see on the screen, 34 miners and 4 healers is all that you need, along with your heroes. And a lot of the times, guys, I don't even have my king when I'm doing these attacks because he's upgrading. You need, obviously, to have your queen, and if you have a Grand Warden because you're a Town Hall 11 or Town Hall 12, definitely helps as well, but it's not necessary. All you really need to pull off these attacks are your queen and this composition right here. And if I go into my army to train it up, you guys will see that this army costs me 132,000 elixir, no dark elixir whatsoever. And of course, with those heal spells along the way, they're 25,000 each. That's also, though, with the cheaper troops how they are right now, where miners are only costing 3,000. Normally they do cost more than that, but for now, great attack strategy, great army that pulls in great loot. And I'm going to show you guys some examples of it now, and I have a bunch of them, but I'm going to show you some of the better loot examples, and then I'm going to go into a live raid with you guys, hoping to get some good loot. As you can see, 400,000+ gold elixir and 3,300 dark elixir on this base. It's a Town Hall 11, and I'm pushing my way up to champions, guys. I always preach farm in crystal. The loot's in crystal, and you know what? I still believe that it is. I think I could be getting more loot if I were in Crystal League farming those dead bases rather than being up here and farming these live bases with the larger bonuses. But you know, I just wanted to change, so I'm going up. As you can see, I do those 2 quick heal spells. Just wanted to keep everything alive. My Grand Warden still has his ability, and my Queen, she's still walking nicely around the base. Now, the cool thing about this, guys, notice those miners there within that heal spell. That Inferno Tower, they're set on multi. They're not doing anything to my miners, and I have 2 more heals, and I'm going to utilize them pretty soon. One right there and one right there. That's going to push these miners through the rest of the base, while the queen, she's getting completely healed up. Now, as I was saying, one of the great things about this strategy, using the queen walk, if your queen stays alive and she's healed up because of those healers, you could jump right into another attack if you have it all trained up and ready to go. Now, if you don't have your queen, if she dies in the attack, you have to wait for your queen to be done, because this attack doesn't work without your queen. You need those healers to be used on the queen, not just healing the miners. Now, sometimes the healers will jump off the queen onto the miners. In that case, a lot of the time your queen will die, and you'll have to wait for her to be recharged and regenerate, and before you can go into another attack. Now, if your Grand Warden goes down, this attack can be done without the Warden. Obviously, when I was at Town Hall 10, I did it without the Warden all the time, and it was a great strategy. Loved it. That's a 100% right there. So 432,000 plus the 250,000 loot bonus. So we're talking 4, 5, 6, almost 700,000 gold, 700,000 elixir, and it was about, with the bonus, 4,800 dark elixir. That's some profit right there, guys. But there's more. I have another one for you that I'm going to find right here. Let's go. There was another one that was some decent loot, and even some of the ones that you guys are seeing that don't have the most loot, remember, you're getting that loot bonus as well. And check it out. I ran into a Town Hall 10. You know I'm going to go after a Town Hall 10 when I'm up here and when it has this much loot in it. So even up in the higher leagues, guys, you will find yourself some Town Hall 10s. I really haven't run into any Town Hall 9s up here. Mostly 11s and, you know, fresh 12s, because no one's really farmed up their 12 yet. So I send in my Queen Walk. She's going to walk along the base. I kind of let her create a funnel and a narrower entrance for those miners to get into the base. And then I send the miners in. This time I went a little bit quicker than I normally do. And as you can see, the queen, she's walking the wrong way, but it actually helps me out because of all those giants coming out of the clan castle. She's going to be able to help take them out. So I heal and poison right over those giants, because you know they're going to be punching my miners in the helmet, and I want them to stay alive. Now you see an example right here of those healers jumping onto the miners. Now those healers are getting beaten up pretty nice, and my queen, she's not going to have that support. We have some miners going around towards the eastern side of the base with that Grand Warden behind. 3 heal spells left. Siege Machine, which I'm not going to use. And notice I'm not using my king in this one, guys. I wanted to save it because it was a Town Hall 10. I figured I could push through the base, get all the loot without even using my king. So I wanted to kind of save him for the next raid where maybe I ran into a max 11 that would be a lot more difficult to get through. But I actually ended up throwing in my king along the end just to kind of funnel things out, make the attack go quicker. He's really not even being targeted because of all those barbarians. It's actually going pretty well. His regen time is going to be minimal at best because, you know, he's only losing maybe a tiny bit of health. Maybe a tiny bit. But those miners pushing through the base, grabbing all the loot, and like any mass miner attack, guys, the best thing about it is you don't need to use all your spells. When I use Lunyan, I have to use my rages and my haste and that heal for the attack to be successful. But with mass miner, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is use the heals that are necessary. A lot of times, even up here, I'll get away with only using 3 heal spells, and I'll be able to save 50,000 elixir from using those last 2 heal spells. Now, I did promise you guys that I would go in on a live attack. So as you can see, I'm going to wait for my queen and my king to be regenerated, and then I'll be back on an attack with you guys live, hoping to pull in some good loot. So it looks like I found the base that I'm going to hit, and I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a difficult base to triple just because of the defenses. Everything is pretty high level. There's probably something in the clan castle, but you know what, guys? We're going to go for it. I'm going to go in and actually surround this base with miners, but first we're going to start out with the queen walk. I really want to try to get some of the loot out of this base before things really begin. So we're going in over there. I'm going to probably send my wall wrecker in right towards the town hall with my king behind, because if I can get that wrecker to go through that eagle, that would be pretty sweet, and things would go a little bit better than, you know, if they didn't, I guess. Queen walk is doing all right. The wall wrecker getting hit by that inferno. We're going to pop the queen's ability real quick. Let's see. We got boulders coming out of there. Are they going to be able to get that down in the center of the base? Let's see. They're getting wrecked right there, guys. King's ability is being popped. The wall wrecker did not actually do as much as I would have liked, but we're going in with all the miners. We're going to go over here as well. I'm going to get a couple more miners going over here, and the queen, she's going to go down also, guys. So really difficult start to this raid, but let's see if those miners can actually assist a little bit. I never fail. Let's see if this one ends up being a fail, though. We're gonna go with the heal spell here. I was actually a little bit late on these heals, guys. Another heal spell right here. See if I could actually push in here. There was a ton of loot in this base. Let's see if I could actually take advantage of all that. Now, these miners are getting beaten up something serious, guys. I do have the 1-star, which is good. I got a lot of the loot out of the base already, which is also good, but the miners, they went down super quick, guys. That was definitely not the way to attack this base, but like I said, I got some decent loot out of it, and that's what we're going to take a look at the end of this. Even with a 1-star, 50-something%, I was able to pull out of this base. So we got here 342 plus the 200,000, so 542,000 gold, 600,000 elixir, and only 3,000 dark elixir. But you know what, guys? Pretty profitable raid for one that was only a 1-star that really didn't go so hot, showing that this attack strategy can still be so solid even when you run into bases that are pretty powerful that really aren't meant for mass miner like that one. On that base, it was surrounded on the outside with loot. You know, all those storages were on the outside, so I wanted to spread my miners out to try and grab the loot, but that sacrificed the ability for me to have that push into the core of the base. But you know what, guys? Mass miner can be used in many ways. Push through a base, surround a base, get the queen walk going first, and then push through the base. You figure it out how you want to use it. It's been working well for me, been very profitable, getting a ton of loot, and actually being able to push up in cups while doing it. So I hope you enjoyed the episode today, guys. If you did, throw a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because I'm coming out with Clash of Clans content for you guys every single day. In addition, you can come hang out with me over on Twitter or Discord. And I think that's it for today, guys. I'll see all you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.